Hi guys, I hope everyone's having a great day so far. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the lessons that I've learned from a book called The 100-Year Life. So let's dive straight into it. I saw a post on Instagram the other day and it mentioned that a man broke the world record for the longest time ever to have worked for a company. 83 years in one company. The geezer was 100 years old and still working. I don't know whether to feel happy for the man or sad. And there's two ways to look at it. One perspective is that either he loved the job so much so he chose to work for that same company for 83 years till he's 100 years old. Or another perspective was that he had no choice. And the world that we live in now is so expensive that a 100-year-old man still had to work till he was 100 years old. If you look at the statistics, I know that I say that I am an optimist, but if we actually honestly look at the maths, only 17% of British workers claim to have loved their job. Over half of millennials have left their job because they felt that their employer's values didn't align with their own. And nearly every UK worker, which is 90%, is unhappy to work. According to Gallup's State of the Global Workplace 2023 report, and nearly every UK worker, 90%, is unhappy at work. But if we look at the maths, it's stating the latter. But why is the world moving towards that direction? I read a book once called The 100-Year Life, and it talks about life expectancy. It states that life expectancy has increased by 2 to 3 years every decade since 1840. And children born after 2014 have estimated 50% chance of living over 100. So what does that mean for us? Standard pension scheme, rising life expectancy means that the standard pension scheme that we have and old age savings may not be enough. Pensions were designed to last 19 to 20 years. If people retire at 65 but live until they're 100, then the traditional pensions won't stretch far enough. Life expectancy in the UK is around 84, which means on average the pension will have to stretch an additional 16 years. And I guess there's three possible routes we can go down. So number one, if you're a day-to-day person, you're either gonna have to work longer, so into your 80s. Number two, either reduce your outgoings, which means you have a lower quality of life, so your lifestyle is affected. Or number three, you need to create wealth. And how the world is transitioning. So people will either need to reinvent themselves, learn new skills, develop new networks, which can provide opportunities to recharge and avoid monotony. Another one is working hours. Average working hours have decreased over the past few decades, which may help people to have longer careers with more time to rest. If you're in your 20s and you don't change now, realistically, you'll be doing the same job till you're 80 or even 90, if your job even exists then. Why don't you just learn a high value or high leverage skill today? And there's four options you can take. Find a job that you love and do it forever. Find a high skill, high value job that will pay you a fuck ton of money so you don't have to work forever, or you do both. Or you can just stay exactly where you are. But if you're not happy, the only person that's going to make a change is you. However, I do get it. You want to make the change, but you just don't know how. You don't even know how to find the right vehicle. And I was in the same position many moons ago. That's why I decided to make my community where there are people from all walks of life, ranging from business owners to doctors, to scientists, to marketers, salespeople, and the list goes on. And the common denominator that I found in all of these successful people is that they weren't afraid to fail fast. So here are my tips on finding the right vehicle. Number one is find out who you want to be. And how do you do that? So you just study top performers. So surround yourself with these people, whether that be going to networking events or reading books or watching videos or even joining my community. Number three is just ask questions in every situation. I remember when I was growing up, my mom was a cleaner, and when I was 5 years old all the way up to when I was 12, my mom would take me to work with her, and I would just be surrounded by super wealthy people, and it was just my opportunity to ask questions. I would ask questions like, what is your line of work? What career are you in? How are you able to live in this beautiful home that you live in now? What is it you like? What is it you don't like? I don't know where I learned that information from to even have the right to ask those questions. However, I knew that I wanted that life eventually. I knew that I wanted to be able to buy that sort of house or to live that sort of lifestyle, to go on holiday wherever you wanted, okay, to be able to drive the cars they had. And I knew that I was just curious, man. Like, I just wanted to ask the questions that would lead me to that greater life. And number four, I believe that people are just in limbo, okay? They're always asking themselves, what industry should I go into? Or what job or what company shall I? To be honest, it's never the industry, it's the vehicle. My mentality is you can win in any industry. You just have to understand where the wins are. There's plenty of ways to find the right vehicle for you. And for me personally, I got into sales. There was opportunities for me to progress. It was all performance based. So I had control of how much I made and how quickly I could progress. So I overcommitted and I didn't give up until I found a way to win. But I understand most people don't have that opportunity. They're stuck in a 9 to 5 where they have no control. So just ask yourself, do you want to live in a life of security, comfort, where you know what to expect? There are no surprises and there's less satisfaction and short-term wins? Or would you try something new, take massive action and go against the grain, step outside the norm of what everyone's doing and do opposite, and take risk for a potential massive gain? If you want to be exposed to top performers in any industry, join my community and turn your ideas into reality. As always, remember that today is the day to be your personal best, and you're one step closer to turning your ideas into reality. Have a good day, guys. Cheers.